The following program is rated MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences.
The show that gives you everything and nothing at all. That's everywhere you don't want to be. It's Ruben, Mo B, and on the ones and twos, AG.
The 5-minute warning.
Welcome, everyone, to a brand new episode of 5-Minute Warning. Once again, it's your man, Ruben, in the house. And, of course, always on the ones and twos, my man, AG.
What's happening, y'all? How you doing?
Everything's great, baby. Everything's great.
Oh,
I'm
everything's
excited.
great. Not fat and black? What? Okay.
I haven't gotten there yet.
You got the shed? You got the shed up?
No. That's tomorrow.
Okay.
I got plans.
Got
So
plans.
tomorrow,
All right.
you know. Nah, man, I'm fat and black. It's beautiful. You know.
Okay. Fat and black.
Yeah. I mean, how's it going, bro? How you been?
Bro, I have been watching Star Trek, the original series,
For what?
because I always wanted to check it out. I mean, I'm a Star Wars head. So Star Wars, other than the movies, I'm like, you know. But you know, it's good. It's good.
I mean, I'm
About 10
gonna be real.
episodes in.
How many?
Oh, 10.
Okay,
It's like 80 of them. 79.
it is. You know, it only lasted like 5 or 6 seasons.
No, 3.
It's 3. Was it
They
3?
had huge numbers of episodes in each season. Like the first season's got 30 episodes, the next season's got 26, and the next season has 24. So it's 80 episodes.
Well, yeah. I mean, because back in the day, you know,
Seasons
it
ran
started
really-
in September
yeah,
and it went to
summertime.
May
Yeah.
or June.
Yeah.
You know, they didn't start in August. Excuse me, in October or November, and ended in December. Had a 2-month break and
Yeah.
came back in late February, early March, till May, and it only has 12 episodes. Like, what the kind of bullshit is that? Like,
Well, unions not being available, studios wanting what they want, all the things. I mean, people worked like dogs back then because they didn't have protection. So there's that.
true. And then, you know, people are upset about, about Marvel TV shows, and I'm just like, bro, be happy with your 6.
Moco Cowboy wants to know how your feet are, sir.
Yo, I saw it. Yep, or 8 episodes every 2 years. HBO.
Yeah. Truth.
Lord knows. I mean,
I mean, in the defense of what we're used to now, we're very spoiled because what we have now is like, say, like on HBO, their magic number tends to be 8.
yeah.
They're like little feature films, man. They spend a lot of money on each episode. So
Well, it depends. It depends what show you're talking about.
no,
'cause
actually, it doesn't.
I mean, because that new show, well, not new show, the show that's in its 3rd season now. I mean, they ain't no
What show
CGI
is
in
this
that
we're
shit.
talking about?
Man, it begin with an S. Exactly.
Thank you for being so
You're
descriptive.
welcome. I do what I can. I mean,
It starts with an S.
I mean, I get it. I get it. The dragon shit on Game of Thrones. I understand that. That's CGI out the ass. Except when they having sex, and God knows it probably should be CGI. But you know, the other stuff, man, like like all the shows that are dealt with like big corporations and shit, and everybody's just screwing the other person over. There ain't no CGI in that motherfucker. It's
no,
just
but you still have
This
to
is a
be-
whole bunch of acting, and that's great. But General Hospital does more acting than y'all motherfuckers. And it's just like,
no, they don't, sir.
hey,
They don't.
there are a lot of people who. Hey, first of all, shout out to daytime motherfucking TV. Like, you say what you want, motherfucking Victor Newman, and the Young and the Restless. That dude had like 20 facelifts and he still looked the damn same.
Bro, I appreciate your appreciation for your stories.
And a lot
It's
of
like,
good actors
they're not
come from that.
daytime TV or soap operas. They stories because we black on this show, so we gonna use black terms.
I mean,
They
I'm sorry,
stories.
stories.
You should be,
That's right.
sir.
You
Act
know
like
when
you got some home training.
and I realized the last time I was at home that Dad is fully retired.
How you figure that? What happened? Is he watching westerns or are you watching stories?
Oh, he's still watching westerns, but so Young and the Restless came up because me and Kevin were there just to visit, and Young and the Restless came up and stuff, and we were talking about how old Victor Newman is, and that motherfucker look younger than me, and shit.
Nip and tuck, baby, nip and
Yeah.
tuck.
And then Dad was, that dude was around for like 40 years. What? What? I ain't never heard him talk about the stories ever in life.
Well, when you get
I've
to
known
sit
this man
around
for over
and do
51
nothing and get
years.
paid, he gets paid to do nothing at this point, bro.
Bro, all I'm saying is, like, Mom will have that shit on while we eating dinner.
Yeah.
Like, she had me videotape that shit on
Yeah.
the VHS and stuff. He ain't never said a word about it. And this is the day he said some words about it. I was like, I
Because
looked
he's
at him
been
and I was
watching,
like,
man.
I was like, you
look,
fully retired, bro.
look, I'm gonna tell you something right now. When you get your significant other or y'all get married or whatever it is, you will know when you are deep in a relationship. Because I promise you, that show that you thought was dumb, you're gonna know everything about it.
All day.
And you're gonna be mad that she watching it without your ass. So I'm just letting you know, you can hate on him if you want to.
I don't know if that's happening.
Okay.
I feel like he's there with him watching it.
Mo, let's remember this. Remember this.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying that I feel like they're watching that shit together.
That's what I'm saying.
What
They
I'm saying.
are. And
Yeah.
you're gonna do it too. You're gonna do it too, because my wife and I had a conversation about the Gilmore Girls today, sir. And it was a two-way conversation.
Oh my
If you
God.
think that I was gonna watch that show without her in my life, you are stupid.
I'm sorry.
I'm just letting you know.
I'm sorry.
Exactly.
Yeah, that show-
Every guy's got a show that he would not watch, or some sort of endeavor that he would not watch or do if it had not been for the woman in his life. I promise you. Just saying. Get ready.
man.
Get ready.
Yeah, I mean,
So yeah, your dad know who the story is about. He know.
nah, man. It was just shocked, man. I know the dude 51 years. He ain't never mentioned that shit ever in life. And then
You
he
don't
I
know.
mean, then you ain't never really know him, and you're not
Exactly.
supposed to. That's your dad. You're not supposed to know you. You're not supposed to know him. He's supposed to know you.
I mean, I see. All I'm saying was that shit came out of left field. Man, that dude's been alive longer than me. And I was like, what?
Is he wrong?
I mean, I don't know.
Is
Officially,
he
I
wrong?
don't know. All I'm saying is Victor Newman's older than all of us up here and look probably better than all of us up here, except for maybe Moby.
I
As far
mean,
as youth,
enough
looking like
money,
a
enough money, and enough surgeries, man.
Exactly.
and apparently he's still acting like he did when he was actually 20. And I was like, damn, this motherfucker, this Victor Newman out here having sex with young ladies and still going back to the old ones.
I say you
Whenever
kind of
you
sound
want.
like a hater, sir.
No,
Kinda is.
no.
Well, we
No.
all know he is already. So
I mean,
Yeah,
I'm not hating.
I'm just saying, but
Hey,
you
I'm
sound
not
like
hating
you
on
hating
Victor
on him,
Newman.
man.
I'm not
Oh,
hating on
no.
Victor Newman.
I have been thinking about you all day for the last like 5 hours, sir,
That's
in
scary.
particular. And I want to thank you for teaching me
Uh-oh.
that every show is not built for me.
It's a
Because
valuable lesson in life, man.
it
Every
is.
show? Which,
And,
what,
and
like,
the
what are you
show
talking
in question is called Reasonable Doubt.
about?
And
Is that
I
the one where Tracy Morgan was in jail?
No.
Or he just got out of jail?
Nah,
What's that about?
it's a lawyer show. The lead character is a woman, black, high-powered partner, lawyer, used to be in the DA. Now she's a private practice. And yeah,
That
that
sounds
show's
like
not
some-
built for me.
I was curious. That show sounds like some boring ass shit I won't watch.
It's not boring. It's actually good, but it is not built for me.
Ooh.
It's like watching every bad relationship I've ever been in, which is going to lead us into what we're talking about. But I'm telling you right now, it's like I was like, this woman is like, wait a minute. I channeled my inner Moby and balanced the force.
It's basically how I felt when we were watching Scandal back in the day. Cause
Well,
I
funny
swear,
you should say that.
Kerry Washington's character, I'm just like, yo, man, this shit is so problematic. Why are we doing this, man? She is an awful fucking human being.
Is she though?
Yes.
I mean,
granted,
is she though?
it was kind of realistic, like, but in the show,
Bro,
her character was a terrible human being.
Bro, I'm like watching the little bit of Scandal. I think I watched like 2-3 seasons. Yeah,
I couldn't really get down with the show.
that's a good thing. You didn't need to watch it.
I mean,
yeah, I mean, the things that happen in the show. It's like.
I mean, she got away with everything. She had sex with the president. Like,
hey, but that wasn't her fault, sir. She's in love.
But that's not what her fault.
I mean, he ain't lying.
I mean, they actually look. If I'm married to somebody and somebody cheats, and then I'm the bad guy, there's a problem. Whether I'm an asshole or not is immaterial. But how you gonna make me the bad guy if I'm not the one cheating? That's exactly what Scandal was like for like the entire show.
And then did his wife become president too?
I don't know. Did it, Moby? Did she?
She was trying to get her elected. I think I checked out before it got there.
You got the fuck out of there.
Because after the gay partner had his husband killed, I kind of left it alone after that. I was like, bro, that's hard.
Yeah, that happened.
What?
Yeah, it's crazy, man. Because it was a political move that he made, and he was willing to have his literally physically have his husband sacrifice, be the sacrificial lamb. Killed him right in the street, popped him right in the head.
Who did?
Whoever the assailant was.
Yeah,
and I think
crazy.
wasn't it Guillermo that did that?
Yeah.
On Olivia Pope's team, which is Kerry Washington's character.
Yeah.
Part of her team popped this dude.
Yeah.
Right in the street, like a
and he knew this shit was going to happen.
Yeah, I told
he made the call.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up, man.
He literally made choices to make this happen because of some political thing.
The politics were more important. He had spent his whole life trying to get these politics together, and
and that was more important than his love.
This motherfucker was in the way
because I think his husband was a reporter, wasn't he? Part of the press?
Yep,
high level press guy, and he was going to tell some stuff he found out. Didn't know that his husband was involved.
See, that's problematic already, man.
Bro,
it ain't problematic. It was extremely entertaining. It just was like some of the worst examples of women characters that were like being thrust in front of us as if they were heroes. Because Kerry Washington's character was being celebrated like she's a hero, and I'm just like, this character that she's portraying is a terrible fucking human being.
But isn't that
we should not celebrate that?
Isn't that loosely based off like some real shit?
From what I understand, it is.
I mean, kind of. It's just
loosely.
No, what it is the characters are, because she had insight to how things worked in that realm. So I don't think anything was necessarily based off of real world events, at least not that anybody will say. I think it was more of the character portrayals were based off of people.
That's fucked up, man.
It happens every day though in real life. So I mean, not necessarily people killing their siblings, but I mean some of the backstabbing and all that stuff in politics. Yeah, all that shit go on.
Oh, I wasn't talking about that part, but look, man.
And I'm pretty sure some people done died.
You can't be dating somebody
this week. Yeah, he's not lying.
This week. I mean,
today, this afternoon, probably. Somebody's rotting in their apartment right now.
Yeah.
Just saying.
So is it? Well, never mind.
Never mind. I just wanted to let Moby know that I am slowly becoming a Jedi in this. Slowly. I'm still a Padawan, but I'm getting there.
Look, Ruben, I know you are like super excited about getting into the topic of this show, but I gotta say, fuck all that, because I gotta give a major shout out and props to like the real MVP in my life today. My cousin Keisha came through.
Well, she could.
I went to my grandma's house.
Oh,
she ain't been there. She ain't even there. Just my grandma, my mom. That's it. Well, and my Aunt Lydia. So
she left you a plate.
Not a plate. My mom was like, "Hey, Keisha said she felt so bad about what happened this summer. She made you your own little thing of banana pudding. Nice.
Whole pails for you.
Told you it ain't big, you know. But look, it was okay. So herein lies the problem. Yes, the whole thing was for me, AG.
Okay.
However, my mom still don't give a fuck about me. So
She had some.
no, it ain't even that. We finished eating, and I intentionally did eat a lot because I'm just like, yeah, I'm gonna fuck some of that banana pudding up. Like that shit is happening in real time right now. Like, and so my mom goes, "Hey, did you want some of the banana pudding?"
What do you mean?
Don't ask me no dumbass question like that. You know I want some. So she
So
opened the pan up and gave me some, and then she goes around the whole fucking room. Do you want some? Do you want some? And that's
yo,
I thought
Huh?
Keisha made that for you.
Exactly. I said, hold up, ma. How you going giving out my shit? And then Winter chimed in, was like, hey, that's messed up. And I'm like, no, Winter, you can have some too, because you missed out on it the same way I did. So that I allow. But these terrorists that are getting some right now, no. And then my grandma got a little bowl, and I kind of looked at her sideways like, Keisha, stay down the street, man. Like, you can get some of this shit whenever.
I mean, you gave your grandma the side eye?
I mean, for like
Damn,
a second,
man, that's
just for
harsh.
a second. No, it ain't harsh, man. It's just,
it
bro,
ain't harsh.
I
It ain't
have been forsaken in this family about so many matters for so long.
He used a 3-syllable word for that. He said forsaken.
AG, you just don't know how much that really hurt my spirit when I came back to a cookout that was supposed to be had partially for me. And
I'm
I
so
come
sorry.
back and I ask, hey, what's up with the banana pudding? And she goes, oh, they ate it all. And then there was no like remorse. It was no like, oh snap, I forgot. Or it was not like, hey, my bad, I thought you'd be back in time. It was just like, she looked at me like it was my fault.
Bro, and you know, your mom came down, or actually
I
she
didn't eat
stood
none
at
of that
the,
shit.
And offered it to
top of the
everybody.
stairs.
Offered
No,
to
actually,
everybody.
she didn't offer it until it was almost gone. And she looked down and was like looking at Ron and me and talking about, hey, this is the last little bit left. Y'all want it. If y'all want some, y'all need to come up here and get it. And I didn't think, because I don't know what I thought. All I thought was what she said.
No, you thought it was a goddamn banana pudding. I'm trying
And
to get some.
and I was like, let me get some of that because man, banana pudding's awesome. Everybody knows that. And I'm like,
No.
so Ron
And
got
that
this
shit
piece.
slapped too, didn't it? That shit slapped,
Bro,
didn't
it was good. I promise you it was good. And Ron got the middle piece on the end. I got the corner piece, and it was all gone. So when you came back and you was like, I ain't getting nothing, I was like, oh shit.
That shit's Ron's fault.
No, it's not Ron's fault.
All the other desserts and shit that's there. All of the
Y'all
like,
had to eat that man's banana pudding.
and you know Ruben, you ever seen me eat any other dessert out
Hell
there?
no. It's number banana pudding. It's banana pudding or bust up in that moment.
Man, look, man, I'm sorry. I'm still sorry about that.
I eat 3 desserts. Like I got 3.
Okay.
Banana pudding from mainly Keisha's, my grandma's sweet potato pie, or carrot cake, which my mom will make every once in a while when she's trying to ask me to do something.
Neither one of those I'm ever going to eat. So
what you're saying is
it's never going to be my fault.
Your relationship with your mom is completely transactional.
No, it's not completely transactional because
75%.
She gets other benefits, like, you know, she gets to see the people she really cares about, like my friends. So
well, that's still transactional.
I guess.
I mean, okay, but what I'm saying
that's like her way of thanking me, like, hey, you're such an awesome son because you have cool friends that I actually care about, that occasionally I'll dangle this carrot cake in front of you.
I can't. I can't do it. Oh,
hey, little Tico, I made some carrot cake. Hey, you bringing Ruben around so I can make some other food?
It's a transaction, sir. It's a transaction.
And here's the thing. I mean, I still get good. Those are still good perks. I mean, like, I ain't complaining about the perks, but
never complain about the perks.
But I'm also not under the illusion that I really matter.
I'm not doing this, sir.
Bro, she led this afternoon with, Keisha made this banana pudding just for you because she felt so bad. I'm just like, oh snap, Keisha, that's why I love you. And then not even 15 minutes later,
Go share
hey,
it with the terrorists.
do y'all want some of his? And she's like, well, you still have some left. Some of what's mine. I'm getting some of what's mine.
See, you know you messed up, right? You messed up because you didn't go grab it and put that shit in the car once you found
See,
it.
that's the
I
thing.
don't
It's
think
like
she had. I don't think he had a chance to do that.
no,
Did you?
it's like 90 degrees outside. I can't just let it sit out there in the car.
Yeah, not wrong. It'll melt.
You know what I'm saying? So
We gotta
I'm
figure
a
something
slave.
else
I'm a
out.
slave to that refrigerator. You know what I'm saying? Like I kind of wish he just wouldn't have said nothing. I kind of wish he'd have just been like, "Hey, we
Please.
got some banana pudding,"
She wanted
and
some of that too.
because if she just said we got banana pudding and just distributed it out, I wouldn't have felt no type of way. But when you lead with
This is yours.
this
I'm
is
gonna give it to everybody
this is
else.
just for you.
Keisha made this for you. Hey, y'all, come get some. Let me still. You know what?
Did the terrorists enjoy it?
Of course. Props. Cadence was like, "Nah, I'm good." Cadence ain't had none. Kira, she had some, but Cadence
She
was
killed
like,
that shit.
I mean, they didn't even have that much. I still have a little bit left downstairs, which I put in a secret compartment in the refrigerator that nobody knows about.
Wow.
No.
What? I was like, what
A
kind of
secret
refrigerator you got?
compartment in a refrigerator. No
Look,
one
man,
knows
I had to add an extra layer of security. We got the refrigerator in the kitchen, but we also have the backup fridge that's down the laundry room. And I know most people in this house ain't trying to go down 2 flights of stairs to get banana pudding. I ain't put in the main fridge because by the time I got off this podcast, that shit will be gone. So I figured I'll put that shit down there. So I had some before the show started just in case, because I'm like, look, I'm gonna get some. So if this show's over and I go downstairs and ain't nothing left, I won't feel like I ain't getting no more of it. Like I'm doing preemptive strikes.
Boom, 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 boom.
Now, granted, if Winter goes get something, I ride with her because she didn't get none of that either that day, and I fully planned on sharing. Although I had my little bowl just a little while ago, and she just reached for the bowl, like she just
Like the
reached
whole
for it.
damn bowl?
So I pulled it back, and I was like, "Hold on, player, what we doing here?" And then she was like, "As many times as you grab my food," I'm thinking to myself, "That's kind of fair, but I don't grab the stuff that you say is your absolute favorite that you don't get enough of." You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I might dabble, I might sample, I might be rude and just take it sometimes, but like limits, man, limits. Like,
I mean, did you have limits when you were snatching her food though?
yes, there's certain things that I just won't grab because I'm just like, I know how much she loves that.
Okay.
Or sometimes I'm protecting the food that I know she'll eat from the terrorists. I be like, hold on, y'all don't get no more of that shrimp because she don't really eat any pescatarian. So she only eat nothing but seafood. So we'll have a spread and they'll go attacking the seafood. I'm like, hold on, player, y'all can eat all this other shit. Y'all know she only eat this, so let her eat that first. We don't touch that until she gets it. But she just gonna put them paws out there like, and she tried to do it on the slide. It wasn't even that she tried to do it to my face. You know what I'm saying? I was talking to Kira and she like reaches around and I just see the hand out the peripheral and I'm like, hey, what you doing? And she's like, I've never seen you grab anything like that. I'm just like, hey, I was treating that junk like that dude that got drafted in the NFL and his girl tried to grab his phone.
Well, CeeDee Lamb.
That's how I treated that banana pudding. I was like, whoa, what we doing here?
That will forever be awesome.
I saw it 2 days ago. Yes, that is in infamy. I promise.
Me and Moby saw that joint live, and we instantly saw, yo,
that was hilarious.
She grabbed that shit like she was somebody.
The only thing he didn't do afterward was go into the Eddie Kane whisper from the 5 Heartbeats and go, I believe you're overstepping your bounds just a little bit.
Is that the official movie of the show?
Yeah, I love that movie so much, man. I'm just saying, like, that's one of my favorite movies in the world.
Man, you know the line that you do really well. Do the office hour line.
Hey, bro, that's one of the greatest lines ever. My office hours are
9 to 5, right?
But it was funny when he made old boy say it.
Yeah, he sure did. He didn't even say it.
Old boy say it
at a funeral, no less. No, you killed that dude.
And then slicked his hair back like ain't nothing happened. Fried, died, and laid to the side.
hilarious.
How far beat y'all?
Oh, well, shout out to Keisha making you a backup joint.
Big love for Keisha, man. I appreciate that. So
she
apparently
attempted to make you whole. She did.
Yeah, so apparently the word got back on how disappointed I was because I ain't even say nothing to Keisha. So that means everybody knew.
I mean, I remember back in the day, my grandma called Big Mama. She used to make this joint called apple roll, the most unhealthiest shit ever on the planet.
But it was good though, right?
It was good as hell. And you know, back in the day, like when older people cook, man, they just put a little bit more of everything on it.
Yes.
So like if the green's supposed to have salt, she just tipped that bitch over.
Yeah, I know, right?
And let it come out.
Says
she didn't do it in circles.
Butter.
You know, butter. I mean, it wasn't
2
like
sticks for one. Yeah.
It wasn't like 2 sticks. It's like the whole big glob of shit. Put it in there. They also had lard back in the day, so one was cooking that fat back in cornbread,
man,
black, and it's just like whatever. Yo, the apple roll. Yo, she would cut them apples up. She would have somebody peel them. It was never me. Maybe.
Oh man, speaking of
soul
food cooking and southern cooking.
Hold on for a second. I ain't finished yet.
Oh, I'm sorry.
He got to talk about this apple roll.
Yeah. No, you got to finish the apple roll. And then she would do that shit with the sugar. Like, she would tip it.
You mean
it'd be like 10 seconds?
Black people Kool-Aid measurements?
Man, it was more sugar in the apple roll than a goddamn Kool-Aid, man.
Don't nobody know how much sugar is actually supposed to go in Kool-Aid.
No.
Everybody just
actually, I do. It's supposed to be 2 cups, man.
Supposed to be
exactly.
Yeah.
If you say so. Look, I don't know enough to dispute you. You can tell me anything.
I mean,
add sugar to taste.
If people make Kool-Aid like McDonald's make motherfucking sweet tea, they just know that bitch.
Man, I never knew they had a measurement for sugar because on the Kool-Aid package back in the day, it didn't say add sugar.
It wasn't because you weren't supposed to add sugar.
Exactly.
No, they had the packets, the little packets you had to add sugar. The big canisters you didn't.
At the beginning,
the little packets didn't used to have it either.
It didn't used to have add sugar.
Yeah.
Serious. It just changed the color. That was the only purpose for it. But black people started adding sugar because that shit tastes nasty without it. Because who wants colored water?
That. I thought it was 2 cups.
Who in the hell gonna drink colored water? Nobody.
I mean, black people it adds a little flavor. It just
it ain't enough. It ain't enough.
Once again, black people saying that's why everybody just tipped the sugar on. We'll just figure it out.
Look, man, I'll never forget that scene in House Party 2. They was making that Kool-Aid and I think for 2 scenes in a row they cut back and they still adding sugar. So you are not wrong, sir.
So yeah, she would make that joint, man, and there'd be times where like she'd make a small one for me, and I appreciate that shit, because I love that. I mean, I was fat, so it was what it was.
I was fat. What about the part where she loved you when she was doing it for that?
Well, she put all the sugar in because she loved me.
Because you were fat? What does that have to do with anything, man?
I mean, I'm just saying.
But AG, well, back in the day, old people used to say you was healthy.
That's right.
When you was big, when you were a little kid, and you were big. Like he healthy.
If you were skinny, your ass could eat some more.
I thought it was stocky.
No, there's a lot of
no.
Stocky, husky. I said stocky.
Yeah, there you go.
Healthy. There was a lot of things. Nobody ever called us fat.
No,
it was just
because I think black people have and especially if you're older. When we were kids, you were a kid. Older black people went through some things. I don't think that they really sat well with someone who was skinny or fit. It was the picture of unhealthy. I mean,
no, it won't that trust. Ruben, you got to understand when you ain't got nothing. When you see a whole bunch of skinny people, that's a sign of you ain't got enough.
Exactly.
You ain't. So when they saw somebody with some weight, that's why they was like, "You healthy. You look like you actually eat every day."
Exactly.
This is awesome.
That's why I said they went through a lot. I mean, you think I tell you what, if white people caught it during the Depression, black and brown caught it 10 times as bad. And so their relationship with body dimensions is a little skewed because of all the hardship. So when they see somebody that's fat, they're gonna call them fat like it's a bad thing. They're gonna call you husky, they're gonna call you everything but that, but it's a good thing. So that's all I was saying.
I mean, I just imagine back in the day, Ruben, if you was walking around being overweight back in the day, You just look like you had money.
Yeah.
It's just, hey, that dude look like he got money because I mean, you don't get fat without eating.
Exactly.
I
Broke
mean,
people
And
broke.
food,
seriously broke
costs
people.
money. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? Food costs money.
Yes.
that's
If
very
you don't
true.
go to the store and you're self-sustaining, that means you're rich too. So I'm just saying.
Yeah. So she do it, and then my mom, she hooked me up coconut pie. Now she wraps that shit up and puts my name on it, so motherfuckers don't be touching. Because
That's love.
That's because you got people that care about you in your family, man. I don't know nothing about that.
Exactly. Because I know my mom used to do the same thing, man. For me and my dad, it's just like she baked 10 pies, and 7 of those are ours. 3 of them were for everyone else.
Hold on, that ain't fair. My grandma do that. My grandma does say stuff for me. Let me not say
No,
nobody.
wait, you have to mention that, man. You act like don't nobody like you.
No, it ain't that don't nobody like me because everybody likes me. But what I'm saying is there's only certain people that think about me enough to make sure that certain things, like my grandma, when she makes that sweet potato pie for everybody, there's always another one. And that's always the one that comes home with your boy.
Oh, you best believe
so
it.
it's just your
No
mom.
doubt.
It's just your mom.
Because she out
Grandma.
there courting everybody else, man. That
I mean, all I
in
know is
her eyes, she fed me for 18 years, so my time is done. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Now she gotta make sure everybody else good.
hey, I'm just saying when mom make about 2 or 3 coconut pies for the holiday season, one of them shits are in a plastic bag has got my name on it, and I dare a family member even look at that shit hard. You better go get the shit where everybody else has got. And then when I get it, she's like, "Here's your pie. Word, I'm gonna go ahead and put this away because I ain't trying to go to jail for killing somebody today."
I'm just
It's just
saying,
not
at
happening.
my grandma's house, it's so gangster when she does that sweet potato pie because she'll have multiple out there, and somebody will be like, that last pie's coming up, and it's just sitting there, and somebody will go, and she'll just be like, "No, that's Tico's," and don't nobody even question it. They, like, it ain't even me they scared of. They just like, "Hey, we can't have Miss Howard get upset about nothing because she
Hell
might
no,
not
she
do
might
this no more."
fuck you up.
You might not. No, it ain't about that. You might not get invited no more. That's a worse penalty than getting beat up. You might not get invited no more.
You might not get it. That is scary because it's like you're giving up a lot not getting invited to those things.
You getting kicked out of the cookout. That's not cool.
Hey, man, it's not. It is not.
What's going on, Black Patricia Adams? What's going on? That's right, Mogul Cowboy. Let the heart be your guide when it comes to Kool-Aid.
Hey, man.
Damn, strip it.
Black Morticia Adams, my wife laughed at you last week because apparently she's accepted the fact that she's Korean.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Love me long time, Mr. Charlie.
Anything you want. Anything,
Full Metal Jacket, baby.
anything.
Full Metal Jacket. Full Metal Jacket. Just saying.
If she dress up as Korean one day, that's going to be hilarious.
I promise you, if she puts that little dress on and those heels and says, "Love you long time," she will get pregnant. Yeah, it's going down, bro. I'll be like, Dad. It's gonna be over, man. I'm gonna skeet all up in that. I'm just promise you,
Hey,
man.
You can't say skeet on the podcast, man.
Dude, all the things you said in the podcast. Oh my goodness. See, it's comments like that, man. No. That is the most tame thing. I'm not doing it.
So today we're gonna talk about something important. We ain't talking about no politics.
Is it important, Ruben, or is it just something that just moved your spirit? Like, hey, it's important. Like,
it did move my spirit.
It moved your spirit.
It moved my spirit enough needs to be talked about because we never talk about it as men. And
we kind of always talk about it. We just don't make it a major topic.
We talked about it last week.
No, we didn't.
Okay. AG, he won't hear. We did that without.
He was here, but he wasn't here.
Maybe that was the part where he fell asleep on us.
That was 2 weeks ago. So
yeah, you're kind of like you're falling asleep. That's the nap. That's the nap episode.
So man. So look, man. We got an epidemic going on, and it's starting younger. Yeah, I feel like
it's an epidemic.
And I feel like we need to dip this shit in the bud before these kids get older, man.
You're not gonna nip anything in the bud.
Why is it an epidemic now?
Because, man, it's just
let them get through it because this isn't going to be interesting.
It's sad to see, man. Here's the problem with all of this is like, I just wish, like, I'm not gonna say it. We'll say that for later. All I'm saying is, as Boys to Men said, simping ain't easy. But we shouldn't be doing that shit, man. And we shouldn't be starting young. What the fuck, man? Like, I was at an event. I saw this young male stepping to this young female. And let me explain what I'm saying. I mean, to the point where, hey, baby, you want some water? Yeah, I want some water. Cool. That's your girl. You take care of that. Her friend's like, hey, can you get me some water? Sure. You should have told me that the first motherfucking time that I went and got water, but that's okay. That's your girl. So I ain't trying to get in trouble with my girl. Whatever. Third one. Hey, man, give me some water. Yeah, okay. Hold the fuck up, man.
I mean, it's a slippery slope. I guess one day he gonna be that nigga at his girl birthday party with a whole bunch of bitches expecting him to pay for their meal too.
Exactly. But goddamn it, ninth grade. Come on, man. We got to stop this shit now, man.
Well, you got to go through the list of questions. I think you'll get an answer. You're not gonna like the answer, but I mean, you'll.
Well, they're not really questions. They're more topics I'm talking about this because I decided that it needs some direction because
you gave plenty.
I did what I could. So, the topic today is simping. S-I-M-P. Being a simp. Being that guy and ain't getting to smell shit. Like, yeah, you're just... And everybody's been one. At least once in their life. I think that's a fair statement.
I mean, here's the thing, man. Simping is so subjective. I mean, look, it is. Simping is objective, and the older you get, the more micro-focused on what is and what is not a simp you become. But you're right. Early on, look, we get trained to be simps by fucking Disney. So you're like, it's starting too young. Bro, we get trained by Disney.
It's before that, sir.
Once again, it is before that. But I mean, hell, when you 5 o'clock learning all the simp rules, when you basically study SIMP-ology.
Ology.
So Moby, I like where you're going with this. Give us some examples of how Disney taught us to be simps.
Hold on, man. If you take Aladdin away, Aladdin is the only real example early on in life in which it wasn't some rich prince saving some common ass bitch. How did Snow White? What did Snow White need?
She needs a prince.
What do you need? You mean like a kiss from the prince?
Yep.
Not from. Hey, the dwarves weren't good enough.
What I'm saying, it was always now it goes both ways. Because it also taught women that they need to find some dude to save them. But I mean, you were basically teaching the hoes they needed a captain saver, and you were teaching the dudes that it was their job to be the captain saver.
Damn, Disney created Captain Saver, huh?
I mean, look, once again, simping is subjective because back in the day, somebody would have said, hey, that's just courting a young lady. And back in the day, they were absolutely right because they were courting this young lady, which meant they, were doing things financially, going out their way. But this young lady was also bringing something to the table to them too. Like
what?
What does Snow White bring to the table?
No. What I'm saying is courting back in the day, you were trying to woo a young lady who one day was going to be, quote unquote, expected to be a homekeeper, cook, clean, do all those things.
That's fair.
Now we're expected to do all these things for somebody to just fucking exist. Like, I'm doing all this Captain Saver for you to fucking exist and be in close proximity to me occasionally. That's when the shift went from courting to simping. And it's a thin line, man. It's a thin line because
is it?
No. It's a thin line at first. When you're young, you're making your way through. That's why I said the older you get, the more it's easier for you to identify simping. When you're younger, it's not. When you're younger, you hear stupid shit like it ain't tricking if you got it. Or, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I want A woman goes, I want a guy that's successful and blah 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 blah, even though that don't mean she got to be successful. So at first, you're trying to quote unquote impress a chick, and unfortunately, the only way you get taught and learned early on how to impress a chick is usually doing a whole bunch of out of your way shit. Just out of your way shit. And once again, Ruben, even you were cool with him doing the out of way shit for his girl. The problem was he went into full simp mode when he was like, I gotta please all the hoes around her.
Exactly.
Once again, and that's a moment as a guy we want to say so badly, hey, young blood, let me put you up on game. But just as I explained to you back in, you can't talk to no young dude about his simping because they don't want to hear it. Because I remember being a young dude and I won't trying to hear some dude 20 years older than me trying to spit game to me because I'm like, oh, nigga, you ain't got no hoes. And
is that what you said?
No, I'm just saying that
yeah, nigga, you ain't got no hoes. Is that what you said?
No, but I'm just saying, like, it's just like when you try to tell a young person anything, like they swear you do not understand anything that's going on, and as you get older, you realize, bro, ain't nothing new under the sun. Like, trust me, you might be doing it differently, but I know what the fuck you're doing, and I'm here to tell you, there's better ways to do it. You ain't got to do all that, but all you can do is, what Orange Juice Jones say to that chick, and I saw you walking around. I can't give you nothing but advice. You know what I'm saying? Now I can't give you shit but advice now. Like, you just trust me, bro. One day you're gonna get old and realize all this shit you're doing right here is for the birds, man. Literally for the birds. Like, but you can't tell them that. They gotta learn on their own, man. And guys, I said it before, the problem with older guys, Ruben, you looked at that guy and you didn't think you were still him. Because I think women sometimes have a feeling that, when they see younger women, they feel like they're still one of them. You looked at him, Ruben, and you saw some of yourself in him. You were just like, oh man, like, God, if I could talk to older me and just say, there's a better way.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Way. Like, what are you doing, man? And here's the thing, I'm not on my high horse right now. I'm saying that's exactly what I'd have saw too. I'd have been like, oh, come on, Lil Mo. Like, you ain't got to do all this.
Hell
like
no.
There's better ways. Or there's just, you don't need to do it for this one. Like, this ain't worth it.
Like AG, I need you to understand. My heart was so hurt when I saw it. I called Moby up and I was like, bro.
See, here's the thing, AG. He wasn't hurt for him. He wasn't hurt for the boy. He was hurt for himself because he literally saw himself in that kid.
I get that.
And that's look, man, I get it, man. It's hard, man. Like, trust me. I'm around adolescent males all the time. I have been for like 20 years with coaching. And I've heard so many dudes say to me and mean it in their heart, hey, man, coach, you don't know nothing about this. And I'm thinking, sir, when you were still one of the many millions of swimmers in your daddy's balls, I was already on it. Like, I literally was through with it before you knew what to do with it. Like, that's a literal phrase.
I love the way you talk to children.
No, he said he wanted to say that.
He said it.
I've said that to guys.
Because he said this. He said this before.
Here's the thing. I end the sentence right there because I'm like, I'm not about to give all this good game to somebody who ain't ready to receive it.
Which is virtually no young person.
Exactly. And here's the thing. I'm not saying it's good game because it's coming from me. I'm saying I feel like every dude our age could give some young dude some good game because we just been through experience. Like, look, man, trust me.
Experience, baby.
Trust me.
Well, I do have one thing to add. I don't think everybody has been a simp before because I was telling Lauren, she had asked me, she said, hey, what y'all talking about tonight on the podcast? She said, well, we're going to talk about simps. And I was telling her, I had explained to her what was going on. And so I said, the only type of dude that is not going to go through this is a sociopath. Because like Moby said about 2 or 3 months ago, men's problem is that we can't say no, and we generally don't say no. A sociopath doesn't care about your feelings. They don't respond emotionally. They respond with selfish agenda at all times. if they respond to you in a way in which that you like, it's probably because they want to do something. They're playing the long game. So those type of guys will never go through what we are talking about. So I did want to add that part.
And the truth is, for every guy who gets older and becomes a quote unquote player or ladies man or figured it out, that's just a dude that learned from his own simping.
Yep.
Nobody just came into this world being a savage. That's not what happened. He got
sociopath.
Sociopath.
You have to be
exactly.
a sociopath.
He is coming from a place where he was the simp and he got hurt by his own simping, and he was just like, never fucking again. Or he was privy enough to see another dude that might have been in the same age range as him winning, and he was like, how the fuck is this dude winning? And then he realized that dude's winning because this dude out here walking like he don't give a fuck about nobody, and that's what they want. So he goes, oh, all I gotta do is act like I don't give a fuck, and I'm in there. Oh shit, here we go. That's a cheat code.
But the hard part is to be able to execute.
Yeah, it is. It is. You know,
because if you can't execute, it doesn't matter what information.
There's a lot of dudes out here trying to be that. Trying. They're trying. And then this thing that happens that ruins everything for everybody.
What besides tears?
No, your fucking feelings.
I was gonna say,
well, the tears initiate the feelings. Yeah, you can't.
Your fucking feelings. Like, if you can truly master the art of fuck your feelings, that is when you can absolve yourself of the simping that's what lies within. When you can truly just be like, hey, if this doesn't serve me, I don't give a fuck. Now, that doesn't mean you don't care about people. That just means you care enough about yourself that you're not about to do all these verbal and spiritual gymnastics for some chick who don't feel like she got to do shit for you. And that usually happens with age. So Ruben, you were looking at this dude execute and you was just like, hey man, unless all three of them chicks are sucking your dick, what you doing?
Exactly.
And maybe that makes me sound like a terrible human being, but
no, that's the really shit you said all day.
I mean, if I'm going out of my way, because what is he getting? Like, somebody, oh, he's just being nice. That's cool. He is just being nice. The problem is, why is he being nice to them?
Exactly.
What is he getting from this transaction?
That's why I was hoping the man was getting at least getting a little handy or something.
No,
like I hope. But
the idea that his girl would let her girl do something for her.
No. I'm saying that at least his girl may be giving him a handy.
No, I'm telling you right now, the idea that played out at all means to me that he's not getting jacked.
I'm about to say, Ruben, Ruben, I can, with 99.99987% clarity,
87
guarantee that this dude ain't getting nothing but a couple hugs and some light pets. Like, because let me not say this because maybe that she exists, but if he was getting what you quote unquote at that time were considering the adolescent prize, which is he's quote unquote scoring, GTDing, getting the draws, if any of that was happening, I don't know no woman that wants they dude to take the draws and then go do some shit for her friends.
What I tell you. No woman that's into you is going to let her friend get benefits from you. That is not going to happen, sir. When she might put you
on display in front of her friends by making you do things for her in front of her friends,
but her friends are going to benefit from it.
Yeah, it ain't going to be no, hey, he wants to do something from you. That's why that whole situation that we talked about months ago when that dude took the girl out for the birthday and then all her friends expected to pay. I'm like, hey, that chick that he was with, he should have dropped her too. Because he obviously ain't getting what he quote unquote desires from her, because I can't imagine taking any woman I've ever been with out for her birthday and 7 other women show up and the girl that I'm with expects me to pay for all of them too. Because now younger me might have just been like, hey, I'm broke. I ain't got it. I ain't asked them hoes to come. I was that back in the day. Older me would have been like, oh, so I'm fucking all of them later on. Like we all going back to the crib.
There's literally no difference between older you and younger you.
It's just the words that you spit.
It's like you use some words here or there, but they're the same person.
I mean, but here's the thing, right? And we talked about that months ago, but yo, man, she knew who she was dealing with to even assume that he would possibly do some shit like that.
And the fact that he did meant that she was surprised by his lack of simping, or maybe he just hit his simping maximus. Maybe he took a look at his bank account. He took a look at all the non-action he was getting in this situation. He was just like, you know what?
Fuck this.
I ain't got this in me. And that dude's probably a savage right now. He probably ain't with her no more. And now he probably ain't out here caring about shit with these hoes. He probably like, man, I ain't even giving you bitches attention. Like, I'm not anything that starts with pay first. I'm not doing. Paying for your rent, paying for your car, paying attention. If it start with pay, you can't get it from me.
I mean, like I said, and I think the other one is, I agree with what you said, because a real player would have figured that out before that dinner happened. He probably if he didn't knock it out one time before he left, he would have probably not been in that situation at all, because he already smelt it in her to start with. It's like, oh, you okay, I see you. And he'd have left her alone and moved on.
The second he showed up at the dinner table and he was the only dude there, the second I'd have shown him, wait, you mean ain't nobody bring nobody with him? We out.
He's the only dude there.
A real player, if he'd have walked in a situation like that, and would have been a we out at all, he'd have just left and never called her again. It'd have been like, wow, all of these. Oh, I see what's going on. Okay, I'll see you later. I'll never see you again. Deuces. He would have left.
Or he just went to the bathroom and just.
No, he would. It wouldn't have been any game playing. He said, "No, I'm never calling you again." And because you're about to publicly play me, so I'm gonna publicly play you.
Once again, which is why my answer for older me would have been like, "Oh, so they all coming back to the bedroom later on, right?" Because I know the answer to that is no. So if the answer to that is no, then I mean, I hope they can wash some dishes or something, because the only two people getting paid for are me and you. And if you have an objection to that, the only person getting paid for is me.
I mean, I just, it's amazing how, I guess, well, I want to say it's easy to be a simp, but then again, I'm not really sure.
It's easy to be a simp, because being a simp is part of your nature. Okay, let's get that straight already. I mean, because women are out there perverting something that's a natural thing for you.
The idea of you wanting to provide. Yeah, the idea of you wanting to provide.
If you think about, like, I'm going to use my church women for a minute. You're not supposed to be sleeping with nobody. But the rules of engagement are the same. Like, you still have to court women. You still have to spend this money, this time, all of these things. Like, Essex Atkins said so viciously, you have to commit to me in a way in which lets me know who you are before I decide that I'm going to do anything for you. And the do anything part at this point in history is an option. And like I've already told y'all, it's like, as far as I'm concerned, there's not anything a woman has to offer me that's a prerequisite or a requirement. Everything is a choice. So when you being raised by a woman, they're going to teach you all of these things. It's not till later that my mom actually taught me, or even said, that heifer crazy, and this is what crazy women look like. A woman could take my soul, and the first thing my mom wants to know is how I behaved. Did you cry like a bitch? And that's what she wanted to know. If you had any obligations with her, did you fulfill those? That's all she wanted to know. But the only person that could say a woman won't shit was her. She did at some point tell me, hey, I ain't like her. But I promise you, if I wouldn't have done what I was supposed to do, I would have heard about it. So you get taught to be a simp unknowingly by every woman in your life, starting with your mother or whatever female is raising you, because they want to make sure that you understand what it's supposed to be like to be a man and how to execute those things. They don't really spend a lot of time telling you what to look out for. They spend your all of your formative years telling you, this is how you treat a woman, this is how you don't treat a woman, this is what you're supposed to do, blah, 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 all the things. Meanwhile, these women out here are savage because, again, it's not like Moby said, they ain't coming to the table talking about, I'm going to give you a baby. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. And you think back at all your relationships. When is the last time a woman articulated what she is going to do for you? I can't remember a time any woman has ever said that to me. No, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that and I'm going to do this and execute those things without any guarantee of me reciprocating anything. I hear a lot of women say, I'm going to do this for you if I'm going to suck you dick if you do that. And really saying that really for most women is a lot to start with. They're not good at it and they don't intend to do it at all. So it's like, I mean, Mo, am I wrong?
Hey, you see, he's laughing. I just gave you the nod of approval.
So again, women don't have to give you anything. Everything that they could give you that they talk about with reverence, especially child rearing and all the things, is an option. It's an option. Man, if I was a woman, I would be like, oh, happy day. I can not sleep with him. I can disrespect him. I can emasculate him, and I can still drive an Escalade and not have a job. I can still live in this big ass house and not have a job. I can still complain about the money he doesn't make and still have a job, or still have this life and not have a job. I can do all those things. Why would I change? I mean, it's like the Klan being able to hang black people for free. It's like, why would I stop doing that? It's so much fun and I don't go to jail.
I can work at Burger King and say that I can't date no dude that makes less than 150,000.
Exactly. You can demand things that you don't have to give.
I can't have no dude taking the Cheesecake Factory when you ate ramen noodles last night for dinner.
Exactly. Like Moby says all the time, it seems like every week, and I hear it in public everywhere I go. It's like, if you broke, say you broke. Now, I'm going to say something really controversial and sounds really savage, but if you can't have my baby, say you can't have my baby. You're broken. Am I allowed to say that? Of course I'm not allowed to say that.
Yeah, Ruben, this simping thing is a two-part problem because you want to identify what it is to simp. And I'm saying simping is subjective and simping is a journey. It's a journey. Everybody goes their own simp journey. And that's why as older dudes, you can't really do nothing to stop it, because you can't talk to no dude about how not to simp because his end goal doesn't align with yours. Because as long as you are running around just trying to quote unquote impress these chicks so you can get pussy, for lack of a better way to put it, there's nothing that I will ever be able to, put in front of you that'll make you feel like I'm giving you anything of relevance, because all you're going to say is, hey, I mean, I'm still getting what I want eventually. I'm still getting pieces of my desired goal. And that makes the conversation pointless, because I can be like, hey, man, like, you going about this wrong. Like, I'm not saying not to be nice to people. I'm not saying that you got to walk around and be a dick, because that's, even though we joke about that all the time, that's really not what you have to do. You just have to put things in perspective. But as long as your end game is to GTD, then you are more prone to simp-like behavior. Now, if time when older dudes give younger dudes advice, when that dude has found somebody that he wants to settle down with, that's when the older dudes will start talking. Because now we're like, all right, maybe you're able to receive what I'm about to give you now. Now maybe I can put you up on game. Because I can tell you, I had somebody put me up on game a long time ago, my uncle. And he was like, hey, just kind of like what you say, AG, a woman never has to tell you what she's going to do for you. But he always said, well, he gave me some ass backwards rules too. because he was like, the first thing he said, if you get a chick pregnant, just go ahead and marry her. And I'm just like, that don't really seem like the best advice. So look, man, he won't perfect. You know what I'm saying? He won't perfect. But then he later told me, he was like, hey, don't ever settle down with a woman until she does 3 things. Cooks for you when you're hungry without you asking. Ask you how your day was when she knows it was fucked up. And listen. And 3, offer to buy anything for you. Because he was like, those are things that are out of character for the traditional chick out there. So if she's willing to do those 3 things for you without you asking, now you can consider it. And he told me that when I was 17. So, and I always remembered it. But I was like, you know what? Whether I was subconscious of that, I kind of made that a kind of a requirement for me in how I ended up where I am.
Uncle made a lot of sense. He's not wrong.
Because here's the thing: it's if you have to ask a woman to cook for you when you're hungry, then that defeats the purpose. If somebody asks you how your day was, but as soon as you start talking, they over talk and start talking about then they're not really sincere. If somebody knows you ain't got it, but they still ain't gonna offer to help, then unless you ask, that ain't the person. You got to find somebody that's willing, because you got to find somebody that's kind of out of character with the current times of female. All the 3 of those things are out of character. I hear chicks all the time, I ain't about to cook for no nigga.
True story.
I'm not about to buy nothing from. I'm not about to try to take care of no grown ass man.
Exactly. Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Preach.
So he was told me those things before I even knew about those sentences that I was going to hear later on in life about not wanting to take care of a grown ass man. Get your mama to feed you. It ain't my job. I don't need no other dude.
Get your mama to feed you. Wow.
Yeah. Absolutely.
AG, have you heard that before, AG?
All day. You never heard that?
No.
Bro. I'm telling you, these women out here are savage. If there's any responsibility or accountability, that means your maturation level is not high enough. It doesn't mean that they're lacking. It means that you're an asshole. That's what it means.
And here's the thing, ladies. There's some things that I said in that may seem problematic, but I want you to peel back some of the things I said. I didn't say you had to be great at cooking. I said you cooked without me having to ask. And you did it with the intent of trying to feed me. Because we can figure out how to cook. Hell, I know how to cook. If you're willing to do it, I can show you some things, but I can't make you do it. Like, you ain't got to have a lot of money, but if you know I'm down to my last $5 and I got something that costs like $20, $30 and you got it. See, I ain't asked you to pay my bill, but look, you know, in this moment, I ain't got it. That don't mean I'm going to be broke forever. That means in this current, well, I'm probably still broke forever, but in this current rendition of me, I'm broker than I'd like to acknowledge. Can you help me without emasculating me for it?
Yes.
So no, this ain't the part where I'm saying y'all ladies need to get y'all ass in the kitchen and serve me whenever I would. No, that has nothing to do with what I'm saying. It's just the 3 actions that are, what did they say? It's the thought that counts. It ain't the thought that counts for me. It's the action that counts. You actually did it. We can work on improving it, but I can't coach effort. That's what I tell my kids all the time. Can't coach effort.
Nope.
Want
to is a powerful thing. Kebiako's comment was cool.
Oh yeah, ladies be out here simping.
But yeah, the simping ladies are broken ladies that have control issues. So that doesn't even really count to me. Because I've dated that person. It's like you want to be with somebody you can control. Yeah, they drive in my car, but at least I know where you're at. Yeah, you don't. So yeah. I'm just saying, women that are simps are really broken people. So if you think that's problematic, okay, but tell me it's not true. That's what I'm waiting for you to say. It's not true, because it is true. That fool got your car all day long. You paying for the car. He dropping you off at work. He ain't got no job. And it's like, you don't think there's something wrong with you for choosing a guy like that knowingly?
I
You're
never
broke.
understood
And
that.
not only that, you got the audacity to call somebody like a Russell Wilson lame. I could never. He's so lame. Oh, you mean this wealthy ass, accomplished dude that seems to want to treat you well? That shit's lame to you? Fuck out of here, man.
Broken women, sir.
Fuck
I've
outta
heard
here.
some-
I
they're
hope
the
your
same- they're the
cornflakes
same
always stale, bitch.
Hey. They're all the same, man. They're all
Oh
they're
shit!
the same.
Oh shit!
Just saying.
Wow, just pull a shit out there.
Hey, is he wrong? Is he wrong?
I'm not saying wrong. I'm just saying, yo, that shit was like, whoo.
Well,
So, all right. When it comes down to it, so, you know, we've talked about how friends can't help. It's just a waste of time. You know,
I wouldn't say it's a waste of time. I'm just saying, like, sometimes you're just talking into an echo chamber, man. Like, maybe one day those words will resonate, but you can't go into it with saying, I'm gonna say this, and tomorrow he's gonna be like, hey dog, you was right. Nah, it might be 6 months, a year, 2 years down, he might be like, yeah, that was some real shit you said to me.
if you're a parent, like Mo is telling his kids some things now because it's the right thing to do. He wants to succeed. His advice is not going to start making sense to them until they're like 25, 26 years old. And the same thing here. If you told me, 20-year-old me, that I was soft and I needed to harden up and not let these women run you, I can't hear that because of the way that men are usually brought up, me included. Some of the stuff that people were asking me to do, I thought was mean. Bro, when I turned 40, I was like, genius. But it took me 20 years to understand what people were trying to tell me.
very true. Very true.
It didn't matter. It did matter. It's not like I wasn't hearing it. It's not like I couldn't understand it, but I was responding emotionally. I was Captain Sable.
I was just about to say
bad things.
You were responding emotionally, and the thing about that is, like, I think my mom said when I was younger, she was like, girls don't want somebody to be nice to them. Women hope somebody still wants to be nice to them. And she said that because she was like, look, a lot of these pretty girls you're going to be chasing, they mean right now. And then one day they're not going to be as pretty, and they're going to hope somebody is as nice as you were to them. And I'm like, that's real. And I was hardened by, you know, being a light-skinned dude at the time in Portsmouth, man. A light-skinned dude at the time in Portsmouth. I've told y'all several times, man.
It's a good time to be light-skinned.
Hey, try to approach a chick nicely in certain areas where I was trying to approach a woman. Be like, hey, I think you're beautiful. Nigga, you gay or something? What the fuck you talking about? Get your lame ass out of here. And now some of them peak too early chicks would probably look at my ass and be like, oh man, why don't you want to talk to me now? Bitch, I'm happy as hell. You rejecting me was the best thing that ever happened to me.
Exactly. Exactly. Couldn't agree more.
Good. AG preaching today. Father G. So I guess the last thing, man, is, you know, for those viewers out there who don't want to be simps, like how should one not be a simp?
You can't. That's an impossible answer. You're asking. That's an unreasonable answer or a question.
I disagree with that.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I think I actually disagree with that.
Okay, how so?
And I think the only way to not be a simp is to actually figure out what is important to you. And the problem is when you're younger and you're young, dumb, and full of cum, like a lot of times you don't really truly know what's going to be important for you. And you know, my views changed dramatically as I got older. I mean, and not even super old. Like, I mean, I'm not saying you got to be 40 and 50 before you figure it out. Like, hell, I was living with you, Ruben, but I mean, I was single for a minute.
You were.
And there was a reason for that, because I hit a point where I was just like, look, man, I've been doing some quasi-simp activities for a long time.
Quasi.
Because nobody in the moment wants to admit that they're simping. So I was never at 23 going to be like, yeah, man, I've been doing some simping ass shit. I was just like, oh, these hoes ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? I had to blame somebody else. You got to blame somebody else.
These hoes ain't shit.
I'm just saying, most of the time, and that goes both ways. Most of the time, when a guy is expressing how the opposite gender ain't shit, that means he has been doing a lot of simping things for the wrong audience. And same with vice versa. When these women say, no, men ain't shit, no, the niggas you talk to ain't shit. Because all the ones that are worth a damn, you think are lame or corny or too nice.
That part. Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I just reached a point where I just told myself, man, I'm not dating just to date. I told myself I will literally cut somebody off if I get to the point where I realize this ain't going nowhere. When back in the day, I was simping because I'm just like, hey, it's going to one place that I want by the end of the night. But yeah, I realized I graduated from overtly simping all the time when I honestly looked at a woman and said, I do know what I want. I just know it's not you. And I didn't say it to be malicious. I didn't say it to be mean. I didn't say it to be petty. I realized, nah, this is just what it is. Like, you cool, but so I think once your motivations or what you really are looking for changes, you can get off that simp train. Now, that does not mean you are not still prone to the same downfalls and pits of simping that everybody else is at some time or another in their life, because I mean, we are all very weak creatures. I just said guys are really bad at saying no, and that doesn't ever really change. It just doesn't ever really change. You just get to the point where you stop listening to the other people who are asking you yes or no, because you realize, can't put myself in that situation because I might fuck around and say yes, because that's just what we do. It's just like going to the bar. The one place I could always say no to a girl was the bar. Somebody asked me, do I want to buy them a drink? That's the only thing I've ever been firm about. Nah, I can't do it.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever bought a girl a drink either.
No. I have, but I've never done it at the request of her.
I don't think I've ever done it.
If I'm talking to her, don't you want to buy me a drink? Absolutely
wait, that's
not.
That is not true. I have done that.
But yeah, if you came with me or you're somebody I know, and I will voluntarily buy you a drink, but you got to let that shit come out of me. Don't make me feel like that's the prerequisite to continue in conversation, because then I don't need this conversation. I mean, if I'm gonna pay for some alcohol, I'm gonna drink it. Because I'm just saying, if I'm gonna be pissed at myself in the morning, it's not gonna be because I spent too much money on your whole ass. It's gonna be because I spent too much money on myself and threw up in the morning. Like
something I've never done.
I mean, I haven't really either, but I mean, just saying. I mean, if I'm gonna be upset with myself about my financial decisions, it ain't gonna be because I fucking was talking to you.
Yeah. I guess every now and then you do buy a young lady a drink, but you're right. It's never, will you buy me a drink? It's always, would you like a drink?
At no point in time in my life has anybody hit me with the, you want to buy me a drink, and got anything other than no. I don't even say no in a mean way. I just like, nah, not really. I'm good.
But see, the idea that you told a woman no is mean, according to them. Girl math.
I mean, I've been called broke before, and I was just like,
shit.
You can't hurt me by calling me broke, because I call me broke. I just took away all your ammunition.
Like Eminem.
If you broke, say you broke. I'm broke. Are we done?
One way not to be a simp, be an unprepared pregnancy worth more than death. That lasts longer than a good one.
I mean, there's a lot of truth to that, because I mean, there was nobody back in the day more paranoid about impregnating a woman or catching something than your boy here. I just nah.
Just marry them according to Moby.
Hey, look, man. I ain't saying Uncle Junior was 100%, but I'm saying, like,
But wasn't he though?
you gotta take the good and the bad though. Like he was 100% with some of the stuff, but that whole if you get her pregnant, just marry her. I will not prescribe to that.
See, I mean, I understand
I
you.
got what he was
right
saying
because he's older than you. I mean, when he was
exactly.
that's
I
what you
got
did.
what he was saying, but 17-year-old me was like, man, you don't get no hoes.
Really, man, really.
Mocha Cowboy.
Yeah, he's my great uncle, so that why I ain't, you know, like
I mean, he got plenty of hoes, man. That's how I got the good.
Look, I heard the stories later on about how my Uncle Benji used to get excited because every holiday dinner he'd bring a different woman over. I'm just like, oh, so Uncle Junior really did get hoes like that. And they was like, yeah, he's get it in. I'm like, oh, okay, all right,
wow.
I know.
Your family looked at that as a positive.
No, they didn't look at it as a positive. Just, you know, my mom was like, Uncle Benji would get so excited because he'd be like, what he's gonna bring this time. And I'm like, all right, so that means, you know, he was out here doing his thing.
Yeah, you had a nice family. I know on my mom's side, I love my mom's side. Some people bring different chicks and some people be having, hey, what you call about a girl's name from last year?
Yeah.
And just be like, nah, that's not her, somebody else. Oh,
You
I
know,
like the other one.
I always thought that had a high level of petty in it.
Oh, it's a huge high level of petty.
It's a high level of petty, but it's still your fault. Because because you gotta let the person you bring in know.
Yeah,
that's the bullshit they walking into.
Yeah,
you gotta let them know.
No, I'm not talking about that part. I'm just talking about the idea that you have to endure that anyway.
It is petty, but I'm just saying that if you get blindsided by the petty, that's your fault because you know who them peoples is.
Exactly. you know, if there's somebody you know, is your family. You know your family because Lord knows I ain't dated a girl in a damn decade, and they still ask me about her. Like I follow up on her every other goddamn month, and I'm just like,
I remember the first time I took Aria to my grandma's house for a function. I let her know, and I'm like, Aria, look, I know how your family operate, and you got a very loud and boisterous family, and then you know I know you got that hood element to that, and I'm just letting you know. Although I seem very quiet and reserved at the time, just know when you get my family, like just know you might hear some things. And when Uncle Junior was like, "Hey, look, if you don't know what the fuck you doing, get the fuck out of the way," and that was like the first thing he ever said to her. And she turned around, and I was just like, "Hey, look, I told you, man, you can't just be standing in the buffet line looking like you asking about what's in what. Like, if you don't want something, just keep it moving. Ask me, ask my grandma. She nice. She'll like you. But these other people, look, man,
you in the goddamn way."
Yeah, and she was just like, God damn, and I'm just like, hey, look, I told you what you was getting into. Like, I told you, I'm nice. They not.
Yeah, I mean
and partially, I'm nice because kind of getting something out of this deal. They ain't got no reason to be nice to you. You ain't nothing to them.
I mean, he's not wrong. I mean, like, cause sometimes you gotta let them know, man. Cause like, yo, don't be whatever if they ask you to help out serving food. What? I'm just letting you know my family's like that. They believe that the old school shit.
Hey, look, my grandma pulled out some pictures from a family reunion when I was like 19, and I'm just like, boom. As soon as she pulled the picture out, I was just like, oh, what we doing?
It's time to go.
What we doing?
You already know.
Me and one of my ex Ashley sitting right in the front, and my grandma, no shame. Yeah, that was Ashley. And you know what? Catherine still asks about Ashley every year. She says because everybody loved her. And I'm just like, no, that was my mom said. I was like, Mom, you just being petty as shit right now.
I mean, but isn't that their way of saying I don't like this chick? Where's the other ones?
I mean,
that's not the point.
I think that is the point. Is what
nah.
That's not the point.
No, that is what my mom got alpha in her. It ain't even it ain't even about the dislike part because I've been trying to get women to understand for a long time. Her liking you don't fucking matter. Her being the alpha, that's what's important. Like, she can like you all day. That don't mean shit. She actually does like you.
Yes, I have to understand that she is the number one woman.
You got to understand that, she got this alpha thing. And it ain't about me. It's just whatever room she's in, she got to be the alpha. That's just who she is. And I don't know why that is. It's frustrating as hell for me too. But I mean,
but you're not winning that battle.
I don't even participate in that battle.
No, I'm telling. That's what you need to tell her. It's like, baby, you're not winning that.
Yeah,
don't fight.
It's just like, you know, I told Winter about Chris, she's in the family, but she's not really in the family. You remember Ruben, because that was the one that asked us about why her son dates white girls, and she was feeling so upset about thinking that was a reflection on her. Well, I will tell you, once upon a time, my mom really did not fuck with Chris at all. Like, people hated her, but she stuck around. She did right by the kids, and she was around to one day where I heard my mom say, I really respect Chris. And I was just like, oh, she's in there now. Ain't nobody gotta like her. But she said the respect word, she in there.
Big deal.
That means all the rest of y'all motherfuckers stand down.
Yep. That's exactly me. Like, hey. We good now. But like that's the ultimate goal. Don't worry about worry about the respect element. It's all that matters in my family. Do people respect you? Because I'm gonna let you know, some people just gonna choose not to like you, period, in my family. That's just, you know, there's a lot of hate. There's just hate in their heart, and they just gonna let it out whenever possible. They're like, and my grandma's gonna love everybody because that's who she is. Miss Howard is really nice. She don't respect everybody. And when she don't respect everybody, she will let whatever is gonna happen to you happen. She will not intervene on your behalf. I knew, and when it was slick, because she played it right, she went straight to grandma right away.
Yeah.
But the one time I heard my grandma tell my mom, would you hush up about that? I was like, oh shit.
Yeah. That's a big deal.
She can't do nothing now. She can't do nothing. The alpha has been silenced.
Because really the only alpha in your family is your grandmother.
Exactly.
Whatever your mom thinks she is, she's not. I promise you that.
Well,
as long as his grandmother's living, yeah, okay, whatever.
Yeah, she knows she's always the princess at the ball, but she ain't the queen.
Exactly.
She's not even close.
You know, I mean, this is what it is, man. But yeah, man.
She don't know it, like, you know, until I knew my grandma really liked her, we couldn't move forward. Once I realized that, I was like, all right, we good now. Like, my grandma like her. I don't care about mom now. She good. She can't say that. She ain't got no juice no more. She ain't got no
care
juice
about mom now.
I took your juice from you, honey. Kebiako, wait till you get you're engaged for bringing around your family. That way they only get one.
I disagree.
I mean, he did it.
I would never. I'm just saying, with my family, I would have never brought some chick that I was engaged to for the first time to meet everybody. No. I got to give them the field test first. And my grandma absolutely was the field test. Absolutely the field test. And when she went and knew the room and started having conversation with my grandma before she was talking to anybody else, I was just like, oh, she know the room. She got game. Game recognized game, and she was looking very familiar. I was like, yeah, you.
That was funny. She was looking very familiar.
And you're right. And I think honestly, with our big mama gone, pretty much, as far as if there's I don't know if there's necessarily a alpha more than like my mom. I think mom's now the alpha.
Sounds like you got board members now. Sometimes when there's not a defined alpha, they're board members that have to confer amongst each other.
Yeah, but
you got to get the popular vote.
But mom got rank though. Mom got rank.
So families are electoral college now?
Damn straight.
No, your mom's got veto power. But I don't know. She's got veto power, which is true. She probably has a veto power. But I still think it sounds like that y'all have a board of members that, confer. You gotta get the majority, and but your mom can't veto that shit. Sound like your mom can veto it. Be like, hey, I don't know what y'all talking about. This don't work.
But here's the thing, right? Like the biggest issue is if mom ain't down, nobody else gonna be down.
That's veto power.
Whereas somebody might say something, mom is like, she good, and that's it. But I think it's like that with all of us children of the brothers and sisters. As long as the parent of their child is cool, everybody else cool. However, if that parent is like, I don't really like that bitch, then what the fuck she doing here? That's where it comes down to, and then that could be just a disastrous situation. However, never seen that. Lucky for me, I've never seen that. I'm pretty sure it's happened.
You know what? I can't wait to get older and be the representative for the new people, because there's always that one person that they necessarily a part of the board, but it's their job to let the new people who are coming know what they're getting into, know the protocol, the rules. I can't wait to be. I can't wait for some guy or girl to come and be new, and I be like, hey, let me holler at you, player. Let me let you know what you're getting into. Let me let you know the do's and the don'ts. Look, I ain't got no qualms. You hear, you not. I ain't gonna lose no sleep over. But what I'm trying to do is you're not trying to mess up this meal for me right now. So I don't want no static, no drama. These are the ground rules.
I feel like AG. I feel like we're kind of like that to the younger cousins.
Because that's what y'all are right now.
I mean, what do you mean?
I mean, like, we had to, once cousins get old enough, they get invited to the table.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But
because all the cousins don't get invited to the table.
No. Like all the second cousins are starting to be old enough to hang out with the first cousins.
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah.
So, because I still got some grown people in my family that still at the children's table. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like that's
absolutely.
And and Mocha Cabo, that's right. I'm like the family liaison. They know. They talk to me. I let them know what's appropriate, what's not, and then I say, hey, I mean, I did my time over there. You do your time over there. You know what I'm saying? I'll keep you abreast of what's going on over here. And if you try to bring somebody to the dinner, everything, I'll rock with you. I'll make sure they don't, do nothing stupid. But I'm not saying yay or nay for them. I'm not on that committee part yet. I'm just the person that brings them the ground rules. I'm the bailiff. That's all I am.
You're the bailiff. That's hilarious.
I mean, but yeah,
that's an important role. That's an important
you're not
role.
wrong, man. You're not wrong.
I mean, you control the door.
It's like, look, I don't want to have to kick you out,
but I will.
But if they tell me I got to, I will. So let me give you the ground rules to make sure you can stay here and that I can eat in peace.
True. True.
I mean, graduating from the kids table, man. That's something everybody got to do.
Yeah, and I graduated from the kids table early.
We had to, Ruben. I don't think we had to.
Well, see, we never wanted to go to the adult table. Once we got,
we always had our own table. We never really wanted to hang out with grown people to start with. That was a unique situation.
Yeah, because we were all pretty close in age, and we just grabbed. I mean, we were at the kids table, but then that kids table became our table because as we got older, we still stay at the same table. Those other kids got to go somewhere else.
What also sounds like y'all had more people, at least in the same age range. And see, when I was at the kid table, I was so much older than everybody else, but so much younger than the people at the other table. So I was adult supervision for the kids. Cool. And I ain't want that. I was like, hey, bro, like this, I'm not here for that. I'm not here for that.
We never experienced that at all. We never experienced that. It was a really unique situation. Because when people talk about the kids table, I never thought I had a kids table because number one, it's like we all segregated ourselves to start with.
Yeah.
Unless
we
you
still
had
the same damn table.
Job, huh?
I said we still the same damn table.
Yeah. The kids table is still a kids table. It's just now second cousins are at the kids table with the first cousins now. But our family functions are still like segregated because all the the source material will always drift over. And then all the kids of that will drift over. And now you have second cousins because those kids have kids. And now they're like 17, 18 years old or older. And it's just like, we just never had a kids table. So it was strange that way. But I do understand though.
I'm effectively the youngest person at the adult table.
Yes.
And I'm an actual member of this adult table. I ain't there by default.
But I thought you said, didn't you tell us that some people had to bow out by death for you to get invited?
Once again, yes, that is what happened. But I'm so much younger than everybody else.
That's true. That's true.
That's exactly what Mocha Cabo just said. I was at the adult table recently because, well, a few openings opened.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, and now that I'm at the adult table, I'm in also a tricky situation. It's only at my grandma's house. It really only be one other male at the table, and he really stays by the kids' table because he's got kids at the kids' table.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like the de facto male at the adult table.
Because actually, you took the place of your uncles, right?
Yeah, because there's no more uncles. They were my great uncles, so it's me now.
And I guess on my mom's side, I'm not really at the adult table, more or less because I choose not to be. I could probably sit there if I wanted to. But
wait, wouldn't that be Dale though?
Nah.
No. Okay.
He don't come to enough functions, but neither do I. So it's kind of like even. But still, I've no want to be at the adult table. I know he probably does more so than me. So like, I don't mind hanging out with the other people, everybody. I don't hang out with the kids though. No, fuck all that. Like, I hang at the second table basically. It's like the table that you clean off, you know, when you about ready to play cards because I want to play cards. So I ain't moving. What's up?
Now, actually, I will say that's when I noticed a shift when I didn't play, not an avid player like you and Lil A, but I did notice the shift when you would pair up with your mom and Lil A sometimes would pair up with my dad. And all of those combinations were age groups between 30 and 60 at the time.
Yeah.
And so that's where I was like, okay, we've graduated. Because when they start inviting you to the spades table and it's serious, that's
come
hard.
On over. What?
Yeah, that's the inflection point to me.
I ain't gotta find somebody and wait my turn no more.
Right, and then you're not looking for your peer as a partner. Sometimes, like, I love to see you and your mom play. That's hilarious because y'all talk more noise in a little bit. Your mom's super quiet until those cards get.
Mom is quiet,
bro. So I'm like,
me and your dad love talking junk to each other.
Man, that's hilarious. And I'm sitting there going, "You let him say that to you for real?" Okay, okay. But again, that's part, the kids table part for me wasn't really a kids table as much as it was a game. Because like I said before, when you're not playing with your peers and you're playing with old people, that's when you know you've graduated.
I mean, man.
I just want you to know, Winter just did some petty shit on my phone.
Oh, what'd she do?
She took a picture of her hand on a banana pudding at the other refrigerator.
Wow, that's cold.
But I already said I'm cool with her getting it, but like, it's dirty, man.
Still make you feel some sort of way.
Yeah, it's like, yo, you could have just took that. Like, come on, man, you gotta do that.
Doesn't she though? Doesn't she? Does she have to assert her dominance though?
Why, man? She's already she don't. There's no need to assert something that everybody knows she already has. Like,
she just wants to remind. Sometimes you just got to send a message for no reason.
I've been getting reminded for almost 15 years. I'm good on that, man. There is no ambiguity about that.
So when it's all said and done, you know, simping ain't easy, but people do it, and they're learning at a younger age. But they know we can do. But
here's the thing, I'm telling you, they're not learning it any earlier than they were before. It's just more overt now.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair.
I mean, once you label something and you make people aware of what it is, even though they can't stop it, they can't even hope to contain it. It's different, but it's still the same thing. It's not going to end. It's going to, because there's little boys being born right now, and in 10 years they'll be learning how to simp. Because their parents especially their moms are teaching them.
I'm about to say they're just getting taught more aggressively now, because we also have a whole lot of kids who are dating their single moms now anyway from a young age. So they're learning how to simp early on. I
mean, if you a baller, what is the first thing you're gonna do? Be a man to your mom. You're gonna be a man to your mom, buy her a house, retire her, whatever it is. But you're still, it's the most Oedipus thing I've ever heard, and it happens all the time.
Like I said, I told y'all, we show up to sneaker balls, and the moms are dressed like they going to the prom with their son.
Yeah,
they got matching clothes on and stuff. They hug up with them. They got cute nicknames. They watch movies on Friday night on the couch, cuddled up together, and like, hey, the boy's 16. What are we doing?
But really, the moms who started so early, they're not really that far apart in age. I mean, if you get started when you're 14 years old, you're not really that far apart in age.
Yeah, but
So these guys are getting taught simping, and they're getting taught that's just how you have to treat a lady. You got to do everything for her. You got to be her everything.
But I'm the one that you have to treat the best though, because I promise you, when he starts dating women, it's gonna be really bad. But it is what it is. What are you gonna do?
yeah, I don't understand any of that shit.
Well,
So-
it's man, you do understand it. You just don't. It's not your life.
I'm gonna say it's very easy to
Yeah,
understand.
it's just disgusting. A little bit.
These women have relationships with men, good, bad, or indifferent for whatever reason. It doesn't work out, and they use this new male in their life and say, "Hey, fuck all these niggas. As long as I got my son who's gonna love me unconditionally and do whatever I want because I'm gonna groom him to do as such, I will never be lonely again." And then he finds another woman, and then they look for reasons why that woman isn't good enough.
And then next thing you know, it's another Lifetime movie.
No, Lifetime don't do those movies, sir. Not even close.
No. What ends up happening is you have really emotional guys that really don't know how to quote unquote separate, like, you're my mom from you're the person I'm dating.
Oedipus.
Mm.
Just saying, man, it's rough, man. It's rough.
Mm.
Especially when the mother is actively promoting this stuff. She knows.
Look, my mom is guilty of that, but I get to use her own words against her all the time, and she hates me for it because she'll be like, "But I'm your mother," and I'm like, "Yeah, but you also told me a long time ago, you know what I'm saying, that you don't quote unquote ask married men for stuff, or you don't do this with married man, and when you're married, she's supposed to be number one." Well, if all those things are true, then you can't get your way in this present moment. She hates it, but I mean, at least she proactively was saying the right things, even though she was feeling the other things.
Not wrong.
Yeah, I got nothing.
Nothing to say. It's the truth. Nothing to say.
So awesome. What's on your mind, AG?
All white girls aren't created equal, sir. They're not.
Did somebody say they were?
Who said that they were?
I just want to put that out there because really what I'm actually going to say is all interracial relationships are not created equal. And it's because all white girls they're not. Yeah, look, man.
What? What are you trying to say?
No, I'm getting ready to tell you because some white women date black men for other reasons other than pure love and affection. And that's all I'm trying to say. If your white girlfriend has one white friend and it's you, it might be a problem. I'm just saying.
One black friend and it's you?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, one black friend and it's you. That might be a problem.
You're the novelty item.
Yeah.
You're
He might be trying to piss off her parents or friends or family. I don't know what it is.
She's a chick on Get Out.
Yeah, could be. Only thing I'm saying is I get a chance to like I said before, man. It's just like sometimes when I'm out in the world and I see things, you think certain things are a monolith and they're not. Some white women out there are just dating black men they don't even like. And that's all really that's the only real point I had. And that's the truth. And so you see these black dudes out there with these white women, and sometimes it's like you think it's something else. You think it's one thing, but yeah, no. Sometimes it's the novel, like Moby said, it's the novelty. Sometimes it's the dick, even though it might not even be that big. It's just like they just getting some, and it's just like this exciting thing. And it has little to nothing to do with love and affection. It just doesn't. So that's all I'm saying. I mean, I said that about black men too. But right now, it's just like I've seen some of these white women out here, and it's just like, holy cow, you dating a black man for why? However, I have to understand that everybody doesn't have a singular, pure, altruistic agenda. Some white women date black men for all sorts of reasons. So To all black men who will date whoever they love or actively want a white girl, just, you might want to watch yourself, because all white girls are not created equal. They're just not. So that's all I got to say, man.
All right.
They're not. I'm just saying.
I mean, I don't got nothing to say on that. I'm just
I gotta take your word on it.
yeah.
Yeah, you do. I'm just letting you know. In general,
I never thought everybody was ranking them the same though, but
no, actually, just like black people have a problem with white folks calling us a monolith. Yeah, white girls have that problem too. But when you hear them, it's like, whoo, yeah, you're problematic. But you have a black boyfriend, you're still problematic. If you adopting black kids, the same thing. You out there, you white, you adopting black kids, that doesn't mean anything except for the fact that you adopted black kids.
You know, a lot of white people are thrill seekers though, so
well, that's exactly my point.
Being close to black is dangerous. So
exactly, just like I said, like 2 years ago, it's like some black men have the nerve to date white girls, but that is their agenda in and of itself. It has little to do with love or affection. It has everything to do with the trophy. And so it's just like, for the dudes out there that want to date a white girl, but they like the light skin, so they just date light skinned black women. That's JV. You just out here scared.
Every time you say that, JV, like
I mean, it's junior varsity.
I mean, look, I dated some light skinned girls back in the day. I didn't think I was JV in it.
No, see, you're not JV because your intention wasn't to date a white girl, but you was a bitch, so you dated a light skinned girl. That's not who you were.
Oh.
I'm telling you, there are black men out there that want to date a white girl, but they ain't got the nuts to do it.
They're scared of the backlash.
Like, exactly. See, because if you date a black girl that can pass, you get the best of both worlds. You get to come to the cookout and not be disparaged and have that light skin all at the same time. I'm not saying
you get to be blackish. You get to be like on Blackish.
Truth. It's just what I'm not saying is just because you date a light-skinned woman means that's what you're doing. I'm saying if you are scared to date a white woman, that's what you really want. But I'm gonna just get a light-skinned black girl.
Yo, that's so funny.
Junior varsity.
Yeah, well,
I'm not saying it's wrong.
I apologize to those dudes who were looking for some JV squatters because I occupied a couple of them for a while. I didn't know I was occupying JV girls when you was out here looking for them. I didn't know.
It's not for you to know.
I thought she was cool at the time, and that was my motive.
I'm telling you, because you were talking about winter one time, and I sat there and I thought about it. I was like, yeah, she's right about that. Because it's like there's a color type of thing. Some dudes like that light bright, but they won't go out there and date a white girl, but they light bright. Just saying.
Paper bag test just for all the wrong reasons.
Hey man, especially if you can grow long hair without and you can have long hair by you growing it as opposed to just having a wig or weave. Oh man. So again, all not creative.
You mean if they have the quote unquote good hair?
Yeah. Absolutely. I ain't scared because I'm telling you, man, this is how these people talk, man. This is how they, man. I'm telling you, this is how they talk. I'm like, hey.
You mean you can get your hair wet every day and that's okay?
Exactly. Exactly.
Oh shit.
You mean you can get a tan line and your boobies glow in the dark? Girl, please, come on. I can still go to the cookout too. Because what you can't do is be down and be with a white girl. And I have accepted that. I've read the comments and they're vicious. And if you're not prepared for that, yeah, man, you'll make decisions. You will make executive decisions.
I had never even thought about it in that context before you said it. I was like, hey, you're probably right. I'm sure there's a whole bunch of people that just like, hey, because I always thought people were saying, oh, I'm just attracted to a light-skinned woman. I'm like, yeah, there might be some of you, but I think you're right. Some of them are probably just like, I really want a white girl, but I just don't want that smoke.
Yeah, either that or the subcategory of that is I actually don't like white girls, but I love that light skin. And so I'm going to find a light-skinned black woman.
Is it bad that like I have less of a problem with that though? Because like attraction is attraction.
Yeah,
preferences are preferences. I'm okay with that.
Sure. I mean, I'm not mad at it. It's just it is what it is. That's all. Because I mean, hey man, some women don't like short guys. I get that. So it is what it is. I'm just letting you know. Huh?
Some women don't like short guys. You mean a lot of women disqualify short men? It ain't even about liking. Some women just quote unquote disqualify.
I think some people look at me and just get mad. Damn, short ass. A friend of mine said, "You got little arms, Alex." I said, "Thank you, I appreciate that." And I could have said you got little titties, but I didn't say that. I didn't think it was worth it. But I mean, it was just like. But I mean, again, women can say things that men can't say.
Oh shit.
I mean, I'm 5'5", bro. There's not a lot of leeway I have. No woman grows up saying, "I want to do this." 5'5" and works in a factory. No woman ever said that, bro. Not one.
It's crazy. Like that height thing, man. It's so wild.
I don't
because
understand
like
that. Shit you can't
it's
control.
not. Yeah, I mean, it's not even that. Like, I don't understand. Like, I can fully come out and say, I will never know the trials and tribulations of being a quote unquote short adult male.
There's no quote unquote. It's short.
Because like I was short up until the 8th grade. Like I was actually short. Like I was one of the shorter guys, and I grew like 6 inches in the summer.
Right.
So
but it was still 8th grade.
That's what I'm saying. So like by the time I showed up at high school, people were looking at me that had never looked at me before, and I just was kind of disgruntled about it.
Why?
I mean, look, man, back then they ain't want me.
Well,
now I'm tall.
They want you now. So what's the problem?
No, I said I was disgruntled. I didn't say I was unhappy about it, but some of them same chicks that or some of them same people that didn't want to look at me. I didn't give them a lot of energy and space. It was like, nah, man, I know where you were.
Look, man, being tall, if you're not talking about getting out of a burning race car, there's no downside. Because it's like,
again, I never said it, but and it's weird because in my family, like on my mom's side of the family, I look like a giant.
Oh, she's got a lot of short people on her side.
The tallest person. I'm the tallest person on my mom's side.
I thought there was a lot of height on her side of it.
My dad's side of the family, I'm the short guy.
Yeah.
Okay. Because your dad's like, what you say, 6'6" or something?
6'6".
Yeah. Okay. All I'm saying is, man, I mean, being short and broke is an experience I would not wish on anybody.
Short and broke.
Because there's just something, and again, I look at guys your height, and I'm like, I'm not even mad at all, because I'm like, yeah, I understand how she want to suck that dick. I get it. Nobody wants a short guy. I get that. So the idea that I'm married to who I'm married to, and actually that I've dated some of them I've dated, yeah, they're overlooking a lot. So I'm just saying, bro. Just saying.
Oh shit.
Sometimes I feel like women look at me and go, ew, which is fine. And it's not something that you can purchase either. It's like if I was a rich short guy, I still would pull in half of the women that you could.
Because you're rich.
Right. Yeah, it was crazy. I was watching some clip and some girl was talking to a guy, and she just talked about, I don't want a guy that just wants me for sexual stuff, blah, 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 blah. And he was just like, well, I don't necessarily want a woman who's as heavy as you are. And she started like crying, and she was just like, that's so mean. And he was like, you just said that anybody under 5'9" you couldn't date. Yeah. Like, and we can't control our height. You
control
could control your weight.
Stop going to Dunkin's, ma'am.
I saw that shit too.
Yo, big ass.
I was like,
my ass off.
I was like, yo, how did you just
it didn't feel
less than 2 minutes after making that statement, you start crying because somebody says you're too big for me? No, he didn't even say you're fat. He just said I wouldn't want to date somebody your size.
Yeah.
That's
fat. That she was fat.
That's fat. But we're not allowed to say those things, sir. I said that 20 minutes ago. We are not allowed to disparage women in any way. You have said this about like 6 months ago when you said we are not allowed to criticize women.
No, we're not.
They are the prize. And if we have preferences, I've said this on the show before, shut your hole, think it, and react to it, but don't say it out loud. Because it's construed as rude when you tell a woman the truth.
Oh, Ruben, did you hear that clip where that dude said the most savage statement? Because he was like, do you think you're the prize? And she was like, yeah. And he was like, you're the prize to all the men you don't want. Yep. To all the men you want. To all the men you want, trust me, they're the prize.
Exactly.
Oh shit!
People
I was
think,
like, damn, that was me, but there was not a lie fucking
was he
detected.
lying?
I
Was
said
he
there was not
lying?
a single fucking lie detected.
Hey man, I'm just saying, a dude that makes I think the number has risen to like 250 grand as a minimum. The dude that's making 250 grand wants none of these females, man. They don't qualify for them.
I just want to know how 95% of the women feel like they deserve the 1 percentile of
Girl math, man. Girl math.
There's one of them out there for me. What?
I mean, don't get me wrong. We say unrealistic things in jest. Like, we'll see a fine woman with a guy and we'll be like, I bet that nigga ain't hitting it right. Here's the thing. He probably ain't hitting it right because he don't have to. He don't have to.
Oh my god.
He's getting to hit it. Period. In the sentence. He won.
Every day he wins.
But is he winning though?
No, because for every fine woman, there's some dude that's sick of her shit.
Just saying. But anyway, that's what's on my mind, man. Just like I said, man,
Wow.
all interracial relationships are not created equal. Understand that.
No, they're not.
They are not.
Moby, what's on your mind?
It is it's September, so is it officially fall now?
No.
I think it's the 22nd or something.
I know, but like people treat like September like the summer's over now. But
Because
It's over now.
Labor Day and your ass is back in school.
yeah.
So it's fall.
Apparently you can't wear white now.
No white shoes. It's white
Yeah.
shoes. Yeah. Can't wear
No,
that.
it's white. Period. It's
Oh,
white.
white at
clothing.
all? Okay.
Yeah.
I knew
You
the
can't wear
shoes
white
were a
after
big
Labor
one.
Day.
Okay.
I don't know
Don't
why.
fucking get it. Yeah, I don't get it either. But nah, man, what's on my mind is like, I get it. Technically, summer events are over. I just implore everybody out there, let's take it one holiday at a time. Because my fucking daughter was listening to Christmas music today
Oh god.
because she said the summer's over, so it's officially Christmas. I'm like,
Oh,
well, goddamn, like we just said fuck all them other holidays.
Yes.
Fuck your Halloween,
Yes.
fuck your Thanksgiving. I mean, there's probably some other things I'm forgetting, but
fucking
goddamn,
Yom
like,
Kippur.
we just said, you know what? We go straight from pool parties to Christmas.
Yeah.
And the thing
No.
is, I was mad. I was mad at her. I was mad at her when she was singing it, but then I was thinking, I mean, you bet your sweet ass Walmart gonna have some Christmas decorations in that lawn and garden section starting next week. That shit is real.
Yeah. Yeah.
And now, but we're officially what I like to call obnoxious pumpkin season, where every fucking restaurant and every drink maker is gonna advertise some pumpkin spice shit.
You know what? I told my wife today, because I'm glad you brought that up. I told my wife today I was going to talk about her on the podcast, and this is the moment. I didn't even know I was going to. I forgot all about it. You said it. I was like, I took her to Starbucks today. She got her pumpkin spice. I said, this is the one time during the year you are that white girl. And she was like, you know what? That's mean. I said, but she
That's
she
mean.
wrong.
I'm just saying, I saw a
She didn't say I was
commercial.
wrong. She didn't say I was wrong.
I saw a commercial today, and they were talking about when you get your pumpkin
Oh,
flavored drink. They're like, if you have your pumpkin flavored drink at the pool, and I'm just like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
I thought we fucking left the summer, but now you having your pumpkin spice latte while in the pool.
Yeah,
What the fuck
because
are we
it's-
doing
but see,
here,
you
man?
can wait. Because after she said she is that basic one, she did say, hey, I said, you want it hot? Oh, no. It's iced. Oh, yeah, iced. My bad. I'm sorry. My bad. So that's how you have it by the pool.
Yeah,
Because
so
it's iced, man.
I'm just saying, what's on my mind is like, fuck pumpkin everything.
Thank you.
And here's the
Why
thing,
is it gotta be everything,
here's
man?
the thing,
Goes time.
I don't dislike pumpkin spice stuff. I don't dislike some of the pumpkin flavored drinks and shit. I just hate fucking having to hear about it every goddamn day. Like this is the only thing you're allowed to drink from September to fucking December is pumpkin flavored anything. Like, I mean, I would, if they made a pumpkin flavored Kool-Aid, it would not fucking surprise me. It just wouldn't.
Don't
Hey,
do
man.
that.
The only reason they won't is because not enough black people fuck with pumpkin. That's it. That's the only thing keeping them from having pumpkin flavored
Pumpkin's
Kool-Aid.
nasty as fuck.
Man, look, when I saw they had pumpkin spice Pop-Tarts, I was like, wow, this is crazy.
Fuck out of here, man.
And they were
Just-
good. I was like, what?
Oh, don't be that guy.
I am that guy because it was good.
Man, look, keep that shit to yourself. I'm not saying it can't be good, But don't you be out here being part of the problem too?
Oh man, because it's like, okay, we went to the grocery store. She saw it on the rack. She said, "I gotta have it." I said, "Whatever." So it's like she had some, and then I was like, I gotta taste this. And I had one.
You
and
really
like,
didn't have to taste it.
I didn't have to, and I chose to because I was simping. But it ain't simping when you're married. So married to a good woman. So I had it, and I was like, you know what? I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that.
Are you done justifying you being part of the problem?
No, I didn't justify it. I am part of the problem. I'm just letting you know what I did.
I don't need to know why you did it. I don't want to know that you're part of the problem. I'm not even mad at you for being part of the problem. Just don't vocalize it. Keep that pumpkin shit to yourself. Be like all these. Be like some of the good Trump voters who just are smart enough to just not tell people they're voting for Trump. You know what I'm saying? Like, just
if I'm gonna ride for my wife, I'm gonna ride publicly. Yes, AG is that basic white girl. Yes, sir. Yeah, and as my wife is laughing at me.
I mean, look, man, I'm not, like I said, I'm not mad at anybody who enjoys their pumpkin stuff.
Two basic white girls in this family, sir.
That's fine. That's fine. I don't care.
Even know what to say on that.
I just don't want to hear about y'all pumpkin
spice.
Yeah, like your pumpkin, whatever the fuck you want to call it, pumpkin anything. I don't want to hear about it. Enjoy it in silence.
What about the great pumpkin?
Fuck him too. It's the worst Charlie Brown movie they made.
I agree.
What, man?
Worst Charlie Brown movie they made.
Man, the great pumpkin is awesome, bro.
Nah, man.
That's
a bunch of fucking dumbasses. I can't with that shit.
I can every year, sir.
I don't even watch Peanuts like that anymore because I can't. Because every time Lucy pulls that ball out the way, man, I want to give and whoop her ass.
That's a whole nother podcast, sir.
I understand that, but I'm just letting you know the anger I feel for that bitch is strong.
Because Charlie Brown's a perpetual simp. That's why.
I know.
That is true. But you know what? I just want Snoopy to bite the shit out of her. Because I feel like he don't have to subscribe
he already lived. He already lived.
But he ain't got to subscribe to the same rules about domestic violence. Because like if a guy if he slaps the shit out of her, we'll say that's problematic. But if Snoopy just like bite the shit out of her, hey, that's just a dog. You know what I'm saying? Because
domestic violence with a dog is okay.
I mean him slapping her and shit.
I'm just saying, like, because ain't Charlie Brown technically his owner? Like, I feel like that just be him protecting her. Like,
sounds like some
you hurt the person that feeds me, so I gotta bite the shit out.
Sounds like some self-defense to me.
Yeah, like
it's not self-defensive. Lucy never does anything to Snoopy.
But Lucy, no.
Lucy was attacking the master. That's his job. That's his job. That's his job. Like, I mean, I'm not gonna be mad at this dog for biting the shit out of her.
I'm just mad. I'm mad at Charlie Brown for paying for that dumb advice she gives.
I think they need to remake Peanuts, and they just need to make the characters act fucking 2024 appropriate. You know what I'm saying? Snoopy be a pit bull, bite the shit out of her dumb ass, and everybody
be like, "Bitch, I wish you would."
Yeah, everybody be happy.
Oh my god, you're the worst. But on the side note,
what's on my mind is let's not skip holidays, man. We ain't got to get straight. Look, and here's the thing: I fucking love Christmas. I mean, look, trust me. Mid to late November, I'm gonna be in Hobby Lobby looking at Christmas decorations. You know what I'm saying? That's when I become the white woman of the show. Like, I'll be up there at Hobby Lobby chilling. You know
so wait a minute, is Christmas you basic?
Basic as fuck. Basic, and I'm out here at Hobby Lobby spending way too much money on shit that ain't worth it. But I'm like, hey, we can do something with it. Oh, this would be real cute if we put that out.
Oh, it's real cute.
Hell yeah. I'm all about cute ass decorations.
Goddamn Hobby Lobby.
Man, fuck you, man. Hobby Lobby is awesome during Christmas, bro. I can stay in that store. I can stay in that store for an hour, 2 hours, just walking around.
Well, I kind of like drift over to the RC cars, but yes, he's right about that.
I go over there too. That's what I'm saying. I can be a Hobby Lobby for a day. You can
go to the one on Broad Street.
I go to all the Hobby Lobbies around here. I go to the one on Broad Street. There's one on Broad Street. There's one on Whole Street. There's one on Route 1. And
too many goddamn Hobby Lobbies.
There's one in Mechanicsville.
So y'all got 5?
I think 4. I think the one off Broad Street, the one off Whole Street, the one in Chester, and the one in Mechanicsville. So those are 4. Hobby.
We got one in Bay Beach. That's it.
They used to have one in Petersburg, but they closed that shit.
Yeah, they did.
Okay.
Awesome. So, what the fuck, man? We've talked about a whole bunch of crazy shit, and
we've talked about the fact that there's 2 basic white girls on this show.
yeah, it's kind of.
I'm a seasonal white employee, so
Well, me too. I'm just saying, at some point during the year, you're basic white.
It's starting to mess me up.
It's not my season right now.
It's mine.
And I'm tired of people like my daughter trying to skip to that season right now. Don't fuck it up for me. You know what I'm saying? Because you extend it, then it's not the same. I can't even get into the vibes of Christmas until it. I don't really like doing it before Thanksgiving, but at least like the week before Thanksgiving, I understand why we shift into Christmas. Like I get it. But like, man, they're gonna have shit out on October 1st, and I'm gonna be like, God damn, we got 2 more holidays to go that apparently white people really love. Like white people love, fucking with dead shit. And I'm gonna say that white people love fucking with dead shit, and they love celebrating, the annihilation of a native born people. They love that shit.
Yes.
So like, yo, can we let you have them white holidays?
Hey man, those people didn't want to get in line, sir.
Hey, look,
what's wrong, Ruben?
Those Indians didn't realize they were Indians because some white
they realized plenty. I think they weren't complying.
Nah, right? Some white person that, hey man, this is India, right? Nah, this ain't India. Nah, y'all niggas is Indians. Like, cause we ain't gonna admit that we ain't in the place that we was trying to get to.
So let me bring some of those diseases that we have.
Yeah.
And here's some polio for you. All right.
Thank you for the corn on the cob. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for teaching us how to harvest the food in this land.
Thanks for teaching us how to turn butter. Appreciate you.
And now that we got everything y'all need for you, we'll just gradually keep moving you west. Just go that way.
Hey, we're gonna make you walk too.
We're gonna share this land without you. It's still our land. This land is your land. This land is my land. But you got to go all the way over there. You know what I'm saying?
Your land is over there.
Until we want to go over there.
Yeah. Which we never go over there.
We gave you a casino. What the fuck you want?
Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, man. I got nothing today. Because y'all two motherfuckers are stupid. And with that, thank you for listening to a very interesting show. 5 Minute Warning. I didn't realize for the next 4 months I'm working with white women. So okay. I mean,
at least another 2 months.
2 days ago, sir.
You got at least another 2 months for me, man. I'm good.
I mean, sure. Unless you just appear in a goddamn Hobby Lobby for no reason.
Nah. I might go to Hobby Lobby for like some fall decorations because for some reason people in this house like fall decorations. I think I'm like, for what? Like,
I mean, fall means a lot to some people, man. It's nice weather. The leaves.
Look, I love the weather. I love everything about fall. But like, look, man, don't try to make me invest in this Thanksgiving or Halloween shit. Like, it matters. Like, nah, man, I'm trying to celebrate Jesus' birthday that wasn't actually in December. That's what I'm trying to do, man.
He's not wrong. It's in April.
I know he's not wrong. That don't make it any less.
But it will upset a lot of Christian people, sir. Can't run around saying Jesus wasn't born in December.
Hey, look, man, I get it. I get you don't want to celebrate your pagan sun holiday, but that's what it is. Like,
Well, actually, in their defense, white Jesus probably was born on December 25th.
Probably.
Look at Ruben. He just wants to end the show, which is rare. let him end the show.
Oh man, y'all own.
I'm not gonna say anything else except I'm a basic white girl.
Jesus Christ, old Saint Nick's great grandfather, because now he getting all the shine. Saint Nick getting all the shine that day down.
Oh Jesus. Y'all crazy. But thank you for listening to a new episode of 5 Minute Warning. We will be releasing this live sometime this weekend.
Explain that to me. How are we gonna release it live?
I was trying not to say something, sir. Let it go. Let him end the show, sir.
God damn it.
I'm sorry. Go ahead and land it then. Go ahead and land that.
Trying. You keep making me spin. So tell a friend, just tell someone about us. We're here every Sunday from 9 p.m. to whenever you get the fuck off. And yeah, Thank you for listening. Thank you, AG. Thank you, Moby. Thanks for everybody on the board. Once again, you can check this out. The replay on YouTube that will be there immediately. The podcast will be dropping later this week. And of course, every Sunday you get to hear us live. So, hey man, let's do this again next Sunday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Because that's what we do. All right, everyone. Peace, love, hair grease, soul.
Go Dogs.
And deuces.
Email us at 5minutewarning19@gmail.com. And also leave comments on Facebook and Twitch. Search 5 Minute Warning. Contact us on Twitter at AG_FMW Podcast, at Newsman25, at FMW 2019. Contact us on Instagram, Moby 5 Minute Warning, AG_5 Minute Warning, Newsman25. You can listen to the podcast at Apple Podcast, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcast. Thank you for listening. This has been another episode of